What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about, well, we're continuing the vampire films trend right now we're going to continue on. We're going to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn. Produced by Dimension Films, January 19th, 1996. And it was written by Quentin Tarantino, produced by Giano Nanar and Miller Tappert, and edited and directed by Robert Rodriguez, who, if you're not familiar with his work, he's done everything from Spy Kids, Alita Battle Angel, El Mariachi, Sin City, a whole pile of others. This had a box office earnings of about $59.3 million. So it was a moderate success as far as I'm aware. And this is definitely one of the more interesting action horror thrillers out there, because the first half of the film, well, you're following two brothers played by Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney, and they are, um, yeah, some sadistic bank robbers that killed a whole pile of cops, and they decide to flee to the Mexican border, but they need a way to get to it, so they kidnap a preacher and his two kids and take their RV and the hostages across the border, and then they hold up at a topless bar, um, yeah, to meet up with their cohort that they're going to meet. And then once that's done, they're going to set free. But little do they realize that the bar that they actually want to go meet at is a den full of vampire creatures, and they have to fight together to survive the night. And boy, this film's crazy. um, yeah. So the first half is more like a thriller. It's like you get a lot of good character development and a lot of good characters. There's the Quentin Tarantino's brothers, like the killer you love to hate, who's always but he's also sort of like the comic relief in this film. And I like the brothers and that. The only characters I wasn't too big on was the kids were kind of hit and miss. Some parts are good and some parts are like why, but and they lagged in some aspects of the story. But overall, acting wise, it's pretty good. Writing wise, it's pretty good. And overall, I just thought it was a pretty good movie. The second half goes more into the horror genre, a lot of cool practical effects, and they even use some CG, which still somewhat holds up today. And it gets pretty crazy. Greg Nicotero is one of the ones that did the makeup effects for the practical effects for this film, and boy, it was good. You even get Tom Savini playing a killer dude with the cock gun, and yeah, a lot of crazy cameos, a lot of big cool monsters, and all of them are majority of them are big like suits and stuff, people in suits, and they look fantastic. It's very well done. I really enjoyed the second half. A lot of fun, a lot of good one, and this one moves at a pretty brisk pace. It's pretty good. It is a little slow in the middle, but overall, it is a fun ride. Quite an enjoyable film. There's not much to it. It's just you take two polar opposite types. You have the killer, crazy brothers, and you have the preacher and his family that are trying to enjoy a family trip. Smack them two together and make them pretty much force them to survive together, and you get one pretty crazy showdown. And it was a lot of fun. And it's once the action starts in the second stop, it doesn't stop till like pretty much the very end. And there's a cool little twist ending to it, which I thought was pretty funny and amusing. But some people might not get it. But overall, it's a fun action horror film. They did make two sequels, and they also did Full Tilt Boogie, which is a whole documentary on making it, which I'll probably review in the future, but not right now. Yeah, but From Dusk Till Dawn is definitely one of the fun, campy gems of like the Miramax Dimension films. And yeah, definitely. This one, pretty much, you can sort of see um, the seeds to what was to come with the Grindhouse revival that Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino teamed up to do. And yeah, it is quite an interesting film. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give this film From Dusk Till Dawn a 4.5 out of 5. It is really fun. Besides a little bit of pacing issues every so often and some mediocre characters not fully developed. Other than that, I thought it was a good film and a fun time. It does lack scares too. So if you're looking for something scary, this one's not really scary. This one's more of like put on with like your friends who like a lot of action movies and thrillers and stuff and watch it with them, and everyone could have a good time. So yeah. There's a trail link down below, like always. Also, link down below is my Instagram where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually put the film title, hashtag, the subgenre, film in the hashtag, so you're aware of it. So yeah, yeah, check it out down below to see what's coming up. And also, link down below is my letterbox at DareP Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating of the films after watching them. So yeah, you can follow me on one of those to stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Also, let me know if you have a favorite film from the From Dusk Till Dawn franchise. That'll be interesting to hear. And if you have any films or franchises that you want me to check out and review and tell you my opinions on in the future, I'll watch anything. Comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Yeah, and yeah, make sure you subscribe, because hopefully you can find something weird and odd and something interesting that might interest you together. So yeah, that's it for this one. It's just a little quick of me voicing my opinions on From Dusk Till Dawn, but it is quite the fun action-packed vampire flick. It's better than the last one. And we talked about the romantic gothic almost style of immortality. This one's like polar opposite and more my style of film, where like the Twilight fans will go more for this. This one's meant for like your Dracula 2000 fans and just crazy more horror and action fans would like this style. So yeah, definitely check it out. But yeah, that's it for me for now. So watch out for all those crazy weirdos at strip clubs that you know that you meet. They're most likely crazy vampires. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.